Patrick, tell us, what's the rule?
Oh, so basically, it's this pay-to-play rule, which is a variation on an earlier rule that prevents people that underwrite municipal securities from influencing state political elections. This one applies to investment advisors, and it basically seeks to prevent them from getting involved in state politics where they're trying to win business.
Is this a lot of money, by the way? Is this a lot of money at stake here that they might not be able to raise?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the biggest pools of money that Romney has raised over the course of his primary, and because these are, for the most part, wealthy individuals, they would be the most inclined to be able to ante up the maximum donation of $75,800. So, yeah, this is a pretty big deal for the campaign. Now, there are a lot of easy fixes, or there is at least one easy fix for them. It looks like they're trying to, they're in the process of making it. But if he was not able to max out from these donors, that would probably curtail his fundraising as we head into November.
Patrick, could they ask them to, I mean, would there be any restrictions if these same folks went through the super PACs that might have the same net result, the super PACs that support Romney?
No, but the problem with the super PACs is that those are not directly controlled by the campaign. And what a lot of this money is used for is obviously television, but a lot will be used for voter turnout and other things to try and actually get people to the polls in November. The money right now is currently routed through these 4 state parties, and essentially what would happen is the campaign would build up an enormous war chest in these 4 non-battleground states and then be able to direct the money where they think they needed it most as the campaign approaches. And money that goes to the super PAC essentially is just going to be used for advertising and is out of the control of the campaign. So, it's $40,000 per donor. Is it a huge universe of donors? Not necessarily, but they're wealthy, and if the campaign did not have access to these funds, that it would probably hinder their efforts.
Patrick, you mentioned that Rick Perry actually bumped into this problem. You mentioned in your article that, of course, he's a sitting governor in Texas, and he didn't want to be raising too much Wall Street money as a result. So there's some precedence here that this is a problem. But you also mentioned in your piece that the Obama campaign has found some workarounds and that there could be some for Mitt Romney. I mean, money finds a way, right?
Yeah, absolutely, always. Yeah, I mean, the Obama campaign has essentially the same Victory Fund program that Romney launched. But when they launched it, they created an alternative vehicle that basically allows donors that this rule would apply to cut checks directly to the campaign and to the Democratic National Committee. There's nothing barring these donors from cutting checks directly to the Romney campaign or the Republican National Committee. It's just the method by which they go about soliciting those funds. So if you're going to hold,
so why does it? I mean, if it's just the method, I mean, does it even really matter? Is it just kind of an oddity here? It's just going to find a way, or is there actually going to be some impact in the long run, you think?
At this point, it could. Well, at this point, it's a problem if they're able to find a way around it, which they probably will be. It's more of an oddity. But there is, if you were to look at the Obama campaign, these donors are not able to give as much money as somebody who's not covered by the rule. So it does have an impact on private equity folks, investment bankers, et cetera.
Yeah, Patrick, it just strikes me, frankly, that given if you're a Wall Street type and you hear SEC and might interfere with future business, you're going to be awfully cautious, even if both candidates tell you, "Oh no, don't worry, there's a workaround." And it strikes me that probably deserved caution might actually cut back on some of this giving.
Absolutely. I think that's actually the bigger problem, is that perception is the real hurdle for the Romney and Obama folks at this point. Just given how aggressive the SEC has been, like you said, if people on Wall Street hear the word SEC, I think they immediately think, well, this is not something we want to be involved in. Private equity folks generally don't involve themselves in joint fundraising committees that involve state political parties, even though these are, technically federal accounts. I've had lawyers tell me that they probably wouldn't be violating the SEC rule, but I think this is just, they want to be overly cautious because they don't want to run afoul of these rules and be barred from doing business in these states for 4 years or for 2 years, excuse me, or being slapped with even a larger fee.